This is my video review of Nehrim. A lot of you have Oblivion in your collection. I do too, but Oblivion is just not a game to just pick up and play for a while. Oblivion demands a time investment. Now here comes Nehrim, a fan-made total conversion based on the Oblivion engine, and offers a completely new territory for you to explore, a new main story, and some side quests and a lot of new enemies. Basically, this is a completely new game, and in many aspects it's better than Oblivion. The main story of Nehrim is unique and complex. As you are gifted with magical abilities, you are recruited by an order of mages who are looking to overthrow the ruler of Nehrim, Baratheon. Now this Baratheon is outlawing magic to have complete power over his kingdom. Now this is the start of a really impressive story lasting 37 quests, and sufficient to say, and not to spoil anything, the story is more complex and involving than Oblivion's. The main story even takes you back to the land of Arctwend, the previous game. Though I advise you to play Arctwend 2, you can look for my video review. Playing Nehrim does not require knowledge of the previous game. Apart from the main story, there are 23 side missions and a ton of new locations for you to loot. Now that's a lot of content. You can easily put in 40 to 50 hours of gameplay time. That's freaking impressive, and it's more than Oblivion ever offered. Of course, this game being based on the Oblivion engine, the graphics are quite pretty. Really a step forward from Morrowind's. Still, it's not fair to compare Nehrim's graphics to current standards. I must say that the landscapes look really impressive, and most of the time you'll travel through forests. But it's very clear that everything is handmade and not copy-pasted like in Oblivion. The game offers some beautiful architecture and city and castle design. Arctwend lacked interior design, but that's handled quite nicely in Nehrim. So from a design point of view, the game delivers. Since so much effort has been put into making the main story so great, it's much more focused, linear, but in a good way. From one situation you roll into the next. It doesn't force you to repeat certain things like the closing of the Oblivion gates in Oblivion. Missions are much more varied, as in Oblivion, and there are puzzles to be solved, stealth sections, battles, but some of the missions lack moral choices. Where Nehrim is different from Oblivion is the skill system. As in Oblivion, you level up on the fly. Once you reach a new level, you can train yourself with certain teachers you will find scattered all over the country. The game even has achievements for you to unlock. Are there any negative things? Well, there's one side mission that starts really promising, as it reveals a lot about the main character, but ends somewhat unexpectedly, as if the developers ran out of ideas for this one. Now, furthermore, there's a lot of wandering around. You can buy a donkey, and a horse is very expensive. Fast travel is absent. Using teleportation stones will only bring you to certain locations. On the positive side, you'll see a lot of great environments that the game has to offer. There's some annoyances too. There's this bug where rotten wood should fall apart untouched, but it does not, effectively blocking your way. So it's reload and try again. And some puzzles rely on you picking up and using what seems to be an insignificant item, but as it turns out, you'll have to use it later on. If you miss it, you'll be quite confused. And there are some negative things about the Oblivion engine, of course, like plastic-looking characters, enemy AI, it's questionable, some stiff animations, a limited fighting system, but you can't blame Nehrim developers for that. On the audio side, every important character is voiced by a voice actor, which is very impressive for a fan-made game. Though some lines are recycled for non-essential NPCs. One word of warning though, the language is German, but there are English subtitles, so don't let that scare you off. There's even a custom-made musical score. That's just great. So in conclusion, this is the pinnacle of fan-created gaming content. Nehrim rivals and even surpasses Oblivion in terms of story, design, characters. If you love Oblivion, you will love Nehrim for sure. Playing this game really made me realize that the developers have grown from making Arctwent to Nehrim. So I was very happy to learn that the developers have a new add-on pack in the works, as well as a new project for the upcoming Skyrim game. And the best thing is that this game is free to download, so do yourself a favor, play this game. You will not regret it. Thanks for watching, leave comments and let me know what you think.